Welcome to the Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow podcast, where we free our minds so the rest can follow. My name is Carmine. I am here being a host here with...
I am Lakeesha, but you can call me Coco if you so desire. Whatever,
Okay. And
Either way.
And if you know me like that, then, I still respond to Zolani. I'll be doing that.
I call you Zolani
That's what she be doing.
or Shakur,
What?
What?
Anyway, so I don't know. It's a little something different about you. What's going on?
I got on these earrings.
Can't put my finger on it. It's not on the top of my head. I don't.
Oh, you talking about my hair?
Oh.
Yeah.
So what is this? You freed your mind and your hair followed?
Or it could be the other way around. Maybe I freed my hair and my mind is following.
What?
I mean, it could go either way.
It can go either way.
It is about freedom though. It's about I had those locks for 7 years. 7 years. That's a long time.
7 long years.
And during those 7 years, there was a whole lot that transpired during that time, right?
Indeed.
We went through a whole lot during that time.
Indeed.
So, it's a lot, including, my mom passing away and stuff like that. And just a lot of other things that, we'll get off into in some other shows and things like that. But, so there was a lot of energy that was just trapped inside and I needed to let it go. So it's also about letting go, being able to let go and get rid of those things that no longer serve you.
Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of reasons why I did it. It took me 10 days to cut and, as you know, comb out my locks. It was a lot. So, I was able to really just meditate on it while I was doing it because it was a process, and I got a chance to just think about all of the reasons why I locked my hair in the first place, all the reasons why I just even went natural in the first place because I've been natural for like 11 years. So all of those things, I got a chance to think about, and even why I decided it was time to, end my lock journey, which I definitely still feel like that is the best decision I ever made in regards to my hair. Well, besides being, natural anyway. But I guess the second best decision I ever made was to lock up. So I cherish those years. I love my locks. Like, I loved every step of the way. I was one of those people that never felt like, oh, it's the ugly phase and all. You know how people say that stuff or whatever. Right. So, but I loved it at every length. And I remember there was one lady that I always remember. She used to tell me all the time, make sure you appreciate your locks no matter what length they are, whatever, every step of the way. And she would always tell me that every time she saw me. And so I never forgot that. And I always did. Like, I feel like I was always fly. It wasn't no ugly phase, no matter how short or frizzy my locks was in the beginning and all that stuff. Like, I loved it all the time. That, like, I was about my locks. But it comes a time when, it's just time to go. And it's time to let go. And that's what I had to do. I had to get rid of, whatever didn't serve me anymore. And I didn't want to just, cut all my hair off again because I didn't want to start from a bald fade again like I did before. I wanted to just have some hair on my head, get my fro on and all that stuff. So now I got my favorite hairdo back, my puff. If you knew me before the locks, you knew I was all about that puff. So
about that puff.
I'm just pretty much back to where I was 7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
This is how you met me, right?
It is, yeah.
So, yeah.
And I've been rocking some of this too,
He been rocking the new do for a little while.
Been rocking the new do.
Y'all ain't noticed.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a fade on the
kind of a fade, kind of a what would you call it, a fro hawk, I guess.
It was more like that when I first got it cut to that, but the hair kind of grew back to the length that it was. Oh man, it's been like 5 months, 5.5 months. Don't even seem like it.
Yeah. So all of that is about freeing your mind, and the rest will follow. Because I mean, you was just rocking your fro like for a long time.
Yeah. Basically,
many years.
I be going to the barber shop now.
Yeah.
I go about once or twice a month. You know.
When it was the first of the year, you was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you know." So I think I switched it up a lot of bit. What you think?
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's like I'm back like I never left though, because I just feel like right back to how I felt
back like you never left.
when I when I was a loose natural before. But it's been quite the journey, y'all. So
do you think you would ever go back to locks?
I mean, it's possible. Here's one thing I have learned throughout my whole journey, just being natural and all of that stuff. And now I'm going to go into my gray hair journey. But I would say I've learned to never say never, because there was a lot of things that I did that I said I would never do. In the beginning, I never thought I was going to get locks. So there's that right there. I was kind of like, it's not really for me. Then I kind of put it off. I was like, oh, I'm going to get locks when I get such and such age. But then I just end up getting them. And then when I had locks, I had swore up and down at first that I was never cutting my locks. I was going to die with them locks. They was going to get as long as, they was going to get. If I lived to be 120, then they just going to be trailing behind me. That's what I thought. But that didn't happen, obviously.
Didn't happen.
And I honestly, this time last month, I don't even think I was even thinking about cutting them off. That's the crazy part about it. That's how it was. It wasn't like a snap decision, but it was a decision that didn't take very long. But I did put a lot of thought into it, a whole lot of thought. And I did go back and forth, and I just really I let the universe guide me on that. I was like, no, it's time. It's definitely time. And when it's time, it's time. You just know.
It's time.
You had your time before. It
I
was
had my
shorter
time.
than mine, but
yeah, I had those locks for several months. Okay. And then I took them out. Then I got more locks again for several more months. And then I finally cut everything off, and I was like, okay, I'm rocking low cut for several months. And then I started growing my hair back again.
It's just hairdos,
It's hairdo.
Like the Indie Irie song, which really, that song actually spoke a lot to me and helped me in my decision. But it's just a hairdo, you're not confined to, a certain style or a certain look. And I think that was it was a lot of different reasons why I did it. A lot of different reasons. Another reason was because of my gray hair coming in, and I just wanted it to look a certain way when my gray hair starts coming in. I wanted it to be able to blend a little bit better. But I think I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
But
now, since you lost your train of thought and we've been going on for close to 10 minutes, we ain't tell nobody to make sure they subscribe to the channel.
We sure didn't.
Like the video. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think maybe later on in the video, what you think about what we doing, what you want to see us do with the show.
Basically that.
Who you want to have on here. Well, stuff like that.
Yeah. And I know you got we got a guest, I guess, that's lined up that we got to get on the show.
Yeah. We got a few people, but got one. I think I know who you're talking about in mind. Our first person here.
Okay, so
yeah,
we're gonna have
we ain't gonna tell you who she is yet, but she'll probably be on the next show.
There you go. There you have it.
Yeah. But we that show we're gonna be talking about a lot of she's really down with a lot of what we're doing, as far as mindset stuff and being spiritually in tune and whatnot, and intertwining that with the life insurance business.
Is that why we got these shirts on?
That is why we got these shirts on.
Oh, okay.
Can you see them? Can you see them? Can you put my joint in the camera here. So I am part of a insurance independent marketing organization called Symmetry Financial Group. Basically, we're insurance brokers. So you get in touch with me, or I get in touch with you, and we go over your health history. And I work with over 30 different carriers, top A-rated carriers, and we take all that extra legwork that you think that you would try to do on your own. But this is a major financial decision, and you got to have yourself a licensed financial professional such as myself to help you with that process.
Not so shameless plug.
Not so shameless plug. Also, even less of a shameless plug, or more of a shameless plug, or however, Communiverse Insurance Group. That's without breaking down a whole family tree of the organization, that's our sub organization that we are revitalizing, but continuing under Symmetry Financial. So if you're looking to get into the insurance business yourself, you want to work for yourself, you want to work from home, you want to do life insurance, health insurance, things like that, get at us. We got you. Drop it in the comment. Contact us. Go to communiverseinsurancegroup.com. We're going to put that in the description.
All right.
Yeah. So what you got? You brought some notes and some topics, and
It was just, I was really just talking about those lessons that I learned. That's all. But I know that you wanted to talk about a few things.
Okay, I thought you was gonna have some topics for me to talk about on there. Then I was gonna talk about
some
them.
Topics for you to talk about. If
Yeah.
you want me to, I can give you a topic.
What's up? What's up? What should we talk with the people about?
Let's talk about. I know we talk about this a lot, but I think it's important. Let's talk about manifestation.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
It is very important.
Yeah.
But it's something that you do have to keep. You got to keep practicing manifestation. You're doing it, but it's about practicing to make it work in your favor. But you're doing it all the time.
Well, it's funny that you said that you have to practice it, because you literally do have to practice it, even if you don't already have whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And of course, you don't already have it, because you wouldn't be trying to manifest it if you did. But if you're trying to manifest something, you have to literally pretend that you have the feeling of what it would feel like in order to, manifest that thing. So basically, if let's say I'm wanting to have a new house.
Right.
I want to move to Sugarland. You know what I'm saying? I got to envision what it feels like to live in Sugarland and feel it. And so I have to pretend. So yes, you do have to. It is a thing of having to pretend where, you have that feeling. You have that vision of what it looks like. You can feel it. You have all the feels.
Feel it all in your bones.
All right, Tony.
Yeah. Feel it all in your bones.
All right. So what else about manifestation?
Yeah, that practice is essential. Sometimes you fall out of practice. I fell out of practice, a few times, and I had to be like, you know what? No, let me make sure I watch my videos. Whoever else I be watching on YouTube. Let me make sure I be listening to those other podcasts, or put up vision board stuff, or vision board-esque things. It may not be a whole vision board, but it might be a picture of something that you want to manifest that you keep on your screensaver or something like that. Or you might have to just tell yourself something that you don't fully believe in the moment. Maybe you haven't got to it yet, but you say, all right, I'm rich, and you may have $2 in your bank account, but maybe you start that, and then that puts a spark in for the work that you put in to manifest.
Word.
All
right. Any other points about manifestation?
I don't know. What else you want me to tap into on that?
Well, I guess I'll just add in that with manifestation, it's very important. You really do have to trust the process.
Trust the process.
And not only trust the process, but I always say embrace the process and enjoy the process. Like literally enjoy it. You know,
enjoy the process.
It's going to be some ups and downs with whatever it is that you're trying to manifest.
Yeah.
You know,
be very intentional of what you let inside of your mind.
Speak it into existence, even if it's not already there. Act as if it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are my points on manifestation. But keep at it. Trust the process. It may not happen today. May not happen tomorrow, you know, whatever next week, but eventually, whatever it is that you manifested, whatever you put forth out into the universe, whatever you planted as a seed, it is going to come back to you. And that's word.
That's a word.
And that's a word.
I guess that's what we say every time we, say the body of what it is. That's
a word.
That's a word.
So, okay, that's our thing that we're going to do.
It's established here. That's what we're gonna do. Episode 2 of Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow podcast. And
I'm writing it down, and that's a word.
Thumbs up. Hit the like button and drop some comments down below. Yeah, and
we're so corny,
but it's fun.
No.
Look,
why we gotta be corny?
I'm just being me.
You just being you.
I'm just being me. That's all you're doing. We talk about corny. Hey, free your mind.
Free your mind.
And the rest will follow.
It's free. It's free. I just be playing with you,
Yeah.
You know.
Matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah. What?
On to the next one. What's the next one?
Next what?
The next things we're supposed to say to the people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You came in with a whole notepad, and all you got on here
notepad. I have
it's a notepad. Y'all can't even see it.
This is not a notepad.
Okay.
I don't even know what the heck he's talking about. But you always exaggerating. Anyways. So tell us a little bit more about this insurance thing, because hey, that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Well, I want to help people to protect their families. That's the name of the game of insurance. It is making sure that when you pass away, not if, I ain't saying
not if,
when you pass away. And I'm saying pass away because I know some people get emotional about it and try not to say when you die, but when you do, you got to make sure that you don't leave your family hanging at that point. You got to make sure that they can still, especially if they're depending on your income, that they're not going to go without a place to live, that they're not going to have to set up a GoFundMe to try to pay for your funeral. I got bored today, went on GoFundMe because I was looking at one of our old GoFundMes, but that wasn't for life insurance stuff. But and I was like, you just scroll there and it's all funeral expenses. And it's like, it doesn't take much to get those expenses covered and then some with life insurance.
Well, here's the thing, because I know that you said not if, but when, right?
When. And you don't know when it's going to be.
Okay, so, I work for a company as basically a lead developer. It's our job to, get people qualified for various types of insurance. But in the case of life insurance, there was a man who said, or no, it was a woman. She was like, oh, that's okay. I'm not that age yet. I'm not there yet. And it's like, what do you mean you're not that age yet?
What is not that age?
Like, it can happen at any time. So a lot of people, they know that, eventually one day they're not going to be here, but I don't think they realize that it could be any time. And I know that's a sensitive thing to think about, but, and I've had people also say that to me, oh, I don't want to think about that right now. I don't like talking about that. And it's like, well, when are you going to think about it? You're going to leave your family, just kind of hanging.
You know what? And when you really think about it, it might be a bit selfish if you are not thinking about your family in that instance, or anybody who's going to have to take care of those expenses. You might not even have a family now. You might be, 20 years old or, somewhere like that. Might not have a family yet, but you're going to have a family or somebody that's, depending on you for that income, or it's going to take care of those expenses. So 20 is a great age to get it. That's not the age to say, oh, I'm going to wait. I'll think about that when I'm older. Well, for one, you're going to get life insurance at a much cheaper price than someone who's our age or even older, because it's based on your age, your gender that you were born at, and your health.
Yep, I agree.
So don't leave your people hanging like that.
Yeah.
Everybody in your household should have, your kids should have life insurance, because, hey, believe it or not, kids die over things. It can be accident, it can be health, whatever it is. So, and those a lot of the GoFundMe's that I see as well, because maybe the adult had life insurance, but they didn't have that child rider on it, or they didn't have that policy specific for that child that grows with them as they age.
Well, why don't you tell them about how they can also build wealth with insurance as well?
That is the hot topic. That's what everyone likes to ask about. How do you build wealth with life insurance? And without having a consultation, we're going to go into it just a little bit here. So you build wealth with life insurance by getting either a whole life policy, or perm, that's, the terminology for it. Or you get a IUL, Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. These are different types of policies. For one, they're going to cover you for the rest of your life. The basic stuff is the term that expires after 10, 20, or 30 years. But your whole life, or your IULs, they last with you as long as you're paying those premiums. They're going to last for the rest of your life. And if they're structured properly, they're going to have a couple of things to them. They're going to have a savings component that part of your premiums that you pay are going to go to a savings account within the policy. Or you can get policies where you you can get policies.
It happens to the best of us.
You can get policies where you can access your money while you're alive. You can access the cash value of it as it accumulates the cash. You can do something like after some time, which, to begin with, you can access that cash value in most cases within 1 year of starting your policy. You don't have to wait a whole bunch of years. But as you accumulate cash, and however it's structured, what you have in as an idea for it, you can say withdraw some money and go buy a car with it, or put a down payment down for a house, or you can pay for your kids' college instead of, student loans. So that's the basis of it.
That's the basis of it. So as you can see, life insurance is definitely something that's going to benefit you and your loved ones in the long run, and it keeps you from being on the street over there on Barker Cypress.
Look here, funerals are not cheap. They get more expensive every year. Cremations are not cheap. No.
That's not, it really isn't cheap at all. But, I see it all the time, and it's like, man, that's not, I don't know. That's not where I would want to be with, if I left here and, my family had to be doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's pretty heartbreaking to see,
When you think about it and you put yourself in that and you envision yourself, it's like, no, man, that would be a pretty tough position to be in.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's something to consider. If you have not considered it, take a minute and think about it. Right?
Yeah. And I know it can sound scary. Get in contact with me and we'll talk it over. We'll talk it over. We'll see what the best option is. Don't think you can go to like some of these places or, Policy Genius or whatever, where I'm going to just go and get it myself. Because I tell you, for one, you are not going to structure it right by yourself. You didn't get that training. And I don't even know if it actually allows you to do that, but that's what they advertise it like. But most likely you're still going to have to go through a licensed insurance professional.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the word on that.
That's the word and that's a word.
And that's a word. Oh, yeah, that's how we saying it. And that's a word.
That's a word.
You're so silly sometimes.
What's the next word?
What's the next word?
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
It's time to wrap it up.
See us next week.
Give me an affirmation.
An affirmation.
Mm-hmm. To go out to.
I don't know. See, I had all the insurance stuff in my brain. Affirmation, go get insurance.
Okay, but personal affirmation.
A personal affirmation?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I have, that's one of those things that I kind of been out of practice on.
Okay, so I guess I got to give us
one. So you got to do it.
Okay.
I'm do it next time. I'm be in practice for next time.
Let's see. I am wisdom and knowledge, and I'm learning more and more every day.
Okay.
Say it.
I am wisdom and I am knowledge, and I am learning more and more every day.
And that's a word.
And that's a word. So if you have found this show to be good and valuable, again, hit the thumbs up. Like, thumbs up. Put your thumbs up.
Then you gotta subscribe.
Just
subscribe.
And share it and tell everybody you know about it. And matter of fact, even if you already have life insurance, like call me anyway. We'll do a policy review. Make sure you're getting the best of your benefits or know what it's about. Mm-hmm. But next week, I think it's safe to say it because I talked with her earlier. She is like totally down. We are going to have Melanie Fisher on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to do the makeshift.
I see.
Applause.
It's supposed to be some people out there, but we're going to have Melanie Fish on the show. She's actually texting me now because she's on a designer logo for Communiverse, but she is part of Symmetry Financial Group. She is part of my mentorship. We talk every day and, help me out with the business end of that. So she's going to be on the show on the next episode.
All right. That's what's up.
You tune in.
First guest after we have relaunched.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah. That's a word.
Why you stop?
I didn't know we didn't determine the yeahs.
I know, but I had just joined in.
Oh, my bad.
Well,
let's pick it up.
Yeah. Go this way.
Yeah.
This way. Yeah. Come on, get it.
Wait, I didn't know which way you was going.
Start going this way.
That
One
trick. Get him. Whoop that.
Oh, now
trick.
we gotta go.
Whoop that trick.
Get him.
All right. Next week, y'all.
All right, we out of here. Too much fun. Peace.